Have you ever wondered how a small local shop can possibly compete on a global stage, in a world where marketing budgets are just massive? Well, we're going to unpack a strategy that's so simple, it's brilliant, and it all comes down to the power of a digital handshake.
Okay, let's make this super real. Picture this. You run a great little taxi service in Milan, Italy. How in the world do you connect with someone in New York who's just starting to plan their trip? I mean, the budget for that kind of marketing seems astronomical, right? Well, maybe not.
So, here's how we're going to break this all down. First, we'll look at the big problem every local business faces. Then, we'll dive into this cool idea of the digital handshake. We'll see how it actually works in the real world, check out the powerful network it can build, and finally, uncover the secret ingredient that makes it a win-win for absolutely everyone involved. All right, first up, the global problem that pretty much every local service runs into. And really, it all boils down to a classic challenge: your reach versus your resources. You see, a local business knows its city inside and out, right? But the people who need them, they could be anywhere on the planet. And trying to reach them the old-fashioned way, running ads in different countries and different languages, it's just insanely expensive and complicated. It's this huge wall that basically keeps most small businesses playing in their own backyard. But this is where things get really interesting. It's about a total shift in how you think. Instead of just shouting into the void with expensive ads and hoping something sticks, what if you could team up with people who already have the trust of your perfect customers? That, right there, is the core idea of the digital handshake. The source material has this amazing Italian phrase for it: sinergie e scambi digitali. It means digital synergies and exchanges. And look, this is way, way more than just swapping website links. It's a whole philosophy. It's about real collaboration, where partners actually help each other out with things they can't do alone, all to create a better experience for the customer. It's about building trust, not just chasing clicks. And this slide just nails the difference. On one side, you've got the old school link exchange. It's totally transactional, right? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. But on the other side, that's a real partnership. This is about helping each other out to give both of your customers a seamless, better experience. Okay, so that's the big idea, but how does it actually work? Let's get into a real-world example that shows just how powerful this can be. So, meet 0253535.it. They're a taxi service in Italy, and honestly, they are the perfect case study for this, a local company that needs to reach global customers. And they've built their whole international game plan around this exact idea of digital partnership. And how it works is actually super simple. Step one, a trusted partner, let's say a hotel or a travel site, links to the taxi service. Then, in return, the taxi service promotes that partner to all of its other partners. And boom, both businesses get instant, authentic access to a brand new, relevant audience. It's a total win-win cycle. But here's the key, and this is really important. It is not a free-for-all. They're picky. They only team up with high-quality sites that are all about tourism and travel. Why? Because that keeps the whole network genuinely useful for the person who matters most, the traveler. So what happens when you do this over and over again, when you keep making these smart partnerships? Well, you don't just get a bunch of links. You actually build a global network, a web, really, of trust. And just look at this. All of a sudden, a local taxi company from Italy has a real foothold in major markets like the UK, the US, and France. And the craziest part? They did it without spending a single dollar on traditional international ads. That's pretty amazing, right? And check out the quality of these partners. We're not talking about some random travel blogs here. These are the real deal: official city tourism boards, major airport transportation services, even big info hubs for travelers. These are names people already know and trust. Which brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, and maybe the most important one. Why does this work so well? What's the secret sauce that makes this whole thing tick? Well, this quote from their website just lays it all out perfectly. It's so clear. It basically says, hey, partner with us and you'll help your international customers find safe, reliable transportation in Italy. You're solving a huge headache for them. And in return, we promote your business to our entire global network. It's just so simple and so smart. And that really is the heart of it. The whole thing is built on a simple win-win. You help their customers, they help your customers. You give your audience something they actually need, and you get this massive benefit in return. That is the digital handshake in action. So it kind of leaves you with this really cool thought, doesn't it?
In this crazy world of complex algorithms and ad budgets that are just out of control, could the most effective way to grow globally be, well, the oldest trick in the book? Just finding good partners and helping each other win? I mean, based on what we've just seen, it makes a pretty strong case.